Hi everyone, welcome back to Frequently Asked Fridays, a series where we answer prospective student questions. I'm Caroline, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a senior here at Lick and one of your admissions interns. Today we're going to be talking about sports, so I have two guests with me who are going to take a second to introduce themselves.
Hi, I'm Sophia. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a junior here at Lick. I play volleyball at Lick, and also last year I played lacrosse.
I'm Alex. I use he, him pronouns. I'm a junior at Lick, and I run cross country and track.
Thank you so much, both of you, for being here. Sophia, I wanted to start by asking you about your experience joining a fall sport freshman year.
Yeah, so freshman year I joined the Lick volleyball team. So we practiced the month before school started in August, and then we found our teams out the week before we started school. And this was a really amazing experience for me to meet new people in our grade and to see teachers and upperclassmen at the school. And because we came to school every day over the summer, I got a lot more perspective about what Lick was like before I started school freshman year. And overall, I think the most beneficial part about playing a sport freshman year, a fall sport freshman year, were the friendships I made. It really helped me meet other incoming freshmen, and it gave me a sense of belonging at the school too. So yeah, I highly recommend playing a fall sport freshman year. Even if you've never played a sport before, you can just pick one up. I know lots of people who just joined cross country freshman year for fun so they could meet other freshmen.
Yeah, speaking of cross country, Alex, as a part of the cross country team, how do you balance athletics and academics when playing your sport?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the key to balancing sports and academics is to actually want to invest your time into your sport and schoolwork. I found that if you really enjoy the sport, you're not going to find schoolwork afterwards super tedious. I treat cross-country and track practice as an opportunity to shift my focus away from school and schoolwork. And afterwards, I feel ready to do my homework, honestly. But if for some reason you're not enjoying investing time and your effort into the sport you're doing, I think balancing that with academics is just gonna feel a lot harder. Just to note, I've had a very positive experience with both track and cross country, so I haven't had a problem with that. Yeah, and my experience with sports at Lick has also been very flexible, which helps me balance sports and academics. When I first entered in freshman year, I had the opportunity to train 4 to 5 days a week with lower mileage and fewer hours. And as I became more efficient balancing homework and practice, I could build my way up to 6 to 7 days a week with higher mileage, more hours. But I think ultimately it's whether you're enjoying yourself, because if you are, you'll find a way to balance sports with your schoolwork without too much difficulty.
Yeah, I totally agree. I also run cross country and track, and I still put a lot of time into practices, but I usually get home around 6:30, which gives me a lot more time to do my work. One thing I really enjoy about LWJS sports in general is that the coaches understand that we're students before we're athletes. This means that they definitely get it if you have to miss a practice or leave a practice early to do homework or study for a test. A lot of 8th graders also want to try out new sports in high school. Sophia, I know that you tried a new sport. Can you tell us a bit about what that was like?
Yeah, so last year when I was a sophomore, I played lacrosse with my friends. We just played for fun in the spring because we wanted to join a new sport together. And we had never played before, so we were all really terrible. But the team really welcomed us, and they were really nice to us when we were joining. And it was really fun to join the team because I got to meet lots of new people at the school. And then I also met a lot of people in younger grades too because I was on JV because we were really bad. But overall, it was really easy to try a new sport and fun because everybody was so inclusive.
Yeah, that sounds like a really fun time. Lastly, I was wondering if both of you guys could tell me a bit about what the environment on LWJS sports teams is like.
Yeah. I think one unique aspect of sports teams here at Lick are the traditions. So on cross country, we have a lot of traditions. We have the pumpkin run, when you run to a pumpkin patch pretty nearby the lake, buy pumpkins and like pitch like a bunch of random Halloween stuff and run back to school, and then carve them. We also have the slushy run, which is when you run to a 7-Eleven, buy a slushie, drink it, and then race back to Lick. Pasta dinners before the state championships. There's so many. I could name many more, but the traditions are a great way to continue the Lick tradition and build community within the team.
Yeah, the environment on the Lick volleyball team is very like tight knit and close, and we have a really strong community, but it's also very inclusive too. So we haven't had our season yet this year, but last year we had like lots of fun team community things, like we had team sleepovers, and then sometimes like after school, if we were all really tired, our coaches would just like cancel practice and then we'd all do team bonding activities. Like once we tie-dyed shirts, and then sometimes they would just like take us all out and we'd get boba on Ocean Avenue. And then when we would have games, we would also have lots of fun traditions. Like during home games, we would run out of the climbing room to music, and then we'd have lots of like chants and cheers that we'd do during the game. And they were all really creative too. It was fun. So yeah, I think overall the environment on the volleyball team is really inclusive, but it's also like a close community.
Thank you all for watching. That is the Frequently Asked Friday that we have for you today. And thank you, Alex and Sophia, for sharing with us. Make sure to follow this Instagram, LWHS Life. Check out the links in our bio for more admissions content, and tune into next week's Frequently Asked Friday. Thank you.